Hey Internet. Oh, 2013. It feels like you just began yesterday. It was just me and a few friends out at the local pub having a few drinks, and then back home with family to celebrate the new year. And some dancing. 2013 had a lot of promise. It was the year I became obsessed with Greek food. I solidified my place as a fun aunt with legit blanket forts. I began making these videos for YouTube. My most popular video to date is the Learn Something video about polycythemia, the rare disease my dad had. I struggled through and clung to my last semester ever of college with some of the best people ever. Greg, Eric, and I had many bro chats and moments of hilarity. They are two of the funniest people that I know. I grew close to Kat and found her to be one of the most amazing people I have ever met. With Kat, I took my first trip ever to Costco. I looked after her one evening as she found it difficult to, at first, obey the laws of gravity, and then to overcome them. We had many a silly night. Took the drive from school to the Eastern Shore together. Almost got arrested for laughing loud and parkouring around puddles. She convinced me to go to the Macklemore concert and showed me how to do a sock bun. We frolicked in the snow together, and I watched her pass out as she gave blood. During my last semester, we did so many fun things. I grew a sage plant, went to a Punch Brothers concert, then a Sarah Bareilles concert. We threw electronics down 5 flights of stairs, multiple times. I learned that no one is excited to get their first STD. We put a snowman on True Grit, UMBC's mascot. We showed others the way to the Ministry of Magic. Greg made a tower of crab shells and I made a grumpy cat pig. My friends and coworkers covered the door to my dorm with birthday cards on my birthday. In March, Greg, Eric, and I went to Chicago on a road trip and had an amazing, while very cold time. We met a lot of new people and got to see all kinds of interesting sights. I did many fun things with the staff of the building I was working with, including flipping pancakes and duck pin bowling. I had the best coworkers. Finally, in May, I graduated from college with 2 degrees. It was an exciting but tragic and terrifying time. For graduation, though, I got a new car that I promptly crashed into a deer 4 months later. But don't worry, it's good as new now. Shortly after graduation, my friends and I took a trip to the beach for some much-needed relaxation. I got to enjoy a small amount of summer and went to the Firefly Music Festival and had a fun and muddy time. Then it was time to get to work. I started my job as a scientist, where I see a lot of this and this, but we also goof off a lot too. Unfortunately, some days are long and begin way too early in the morning. Along with getting a job, I got a brand new group of people to hang out with. They brought me back to my country roots with a few games of Stump, some coffee creamer fireballs, and a gigantic nasty bruise that I got while 4-wheeling. I still got to enjoy my summer though. I had a new cousin born in July named Natalie. My cat horde grew. I got to go to the fair with my niece, and I met a giraffe while I was there. I even got to meet up with my friends from high school and college on the weekends. And of course, I made the most of work by starting Hawaiian Fridays. At the end of the summer, my family spent a week down at the beach together, and we had the best time. Before I knew it, fall was here. When we weren't working, my coworkers and I were hanging out at either bonfires or trivia. I got made fun of for not having a pocket knife, so I contemplated buying a machete. I was given a Duck Dynasty beard, and even the lab equipment gave up on us sometimes. During the fall, I got a drastic haircut that I am still getting used to. I went to the Renaissance Festival in Maryland with my brother. I also went on my first hike in the Shenandoah Valley. Then it was Halloween, which actually fell during the middle of a week, so the weekend before I was a mime and the weekend after I was Snow White. Even during the fall, I continued to find time to hang out with my friends. Whether it was just a quick trip across the bridge for dinner, or a road trip down to Duke University to see Dawn. As December rolled around, I went on another hike in the Shenandoah Valley, and we had our first snowfall of the year on the Eastern Shore. I snuggled up with my favorite scarf, and learned that I was within the first 1% to hear some Norwegian guys wonder about fox calls. We put up our Christmas lights and trees and decorations, and I got all hennaed up for the occasion. And then it was Christmas. Definitely one of my favorite times. I got a book about the fox and some leggings that were out of this world, along with several other really thoughtful gifts. But I was much happier to see my nieces open things and get excited. But now the year is coming to a close, and despite almost burning my house down with my MacBook charger, it's been a pretty good year. I've changed a lot. Look at all these gratuitous selfies. Like most years, it certainly had its highs and lows. But it's hard to look back with regret when you know the things that have happened are the things that make you who you are today. What we can hope is for the following year to be better than the last, and work to make that happen. stay tuned. In the next few weeks, I'm going to have some exciting news to share with you about some changes in my life. Until then, everyone have a happy new year, and I'll see y'all later.